And you know what I want to say? I wanted to say something about Wack too, man, because I sat back and watched a lot of podcasts and shit with him, and you know how he just putting a stamp on my brother, like, oh, he one of the realest Hoover niggas in the game. And I'm like, man, this nigga up there putting his stamp on, lying to this nigga Adam and shit. That nigga don't know what's going on, man. Like, niggas just be talking, man. Don't believe everything you hear, man. You feel me?
Because I always wondered when Wack says shit like that, I always wondered, like, what he's talking about. Like, what do you know?
Yeah, how you know?
Like, what? Like, who told you what? Like, like, because I never got, I figured, like, throughout those years of being in the same group chat as dude, that I would have, like, heard more specific details about some shit. I never really heard anything about any, like, crazy adventures, really.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So how did that happen? Because he wasn't street affiliated, really. And then...
I mean, he tapped in. You know, we both born and raised in the 50s. You feel me? Like, he know a lot of my homies and shit. You know, he got homies from, you know, that's his age. You know, when he was growing up. You know, that he used to deal with and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm just courted on, so it's different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My stamp is different when it comes to really being a part of Five Deuce. You feel me?
But he wasn't in a gang, and then you got in a gang, and even though he's your older brother, that basically, like, he kind of got brought into it through you?
I mean, he got brought in and was able to represent it through me. Yeah, you can say it like that.
Right.
But I've been from the gang by myself. I got courted on by myself. I didn't follow in nobody's footsteps.
Right. But so, like, he always just has made it clear that he didn't get put on. So it's like, is that a different type of membership?
Yeah, damn, how would you say that? What do they call them from the club, like the motorcycle club? Like, yeah, like a supporter. You know, he's a supporter of Five Deuce Hoover.
Okay. So it's like, but was it like, I remember I had like a clip from his interview back in the day that was like T-Rell on becoming a Five Deuce gangster, Hoover Crip, whatever. Is that title weird, like, from your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, because if people really pay attention, how they really be saying they pay attention, I'm like, how y'all don't see that he, like, low-key trying to straddle the fence? You know what I'm saying? He really trying to work the minds, so where they like, damn, he really from Five Deuce Hoover, or is he really not? Like, what's going on? But he good at what he do, you feel me, with playing his part. You know what I'm saying? But I don't knock him, but
were there times where you felt resentful about that? Like, damn, you kind of building a whole brand off of some shit that realistically you're only able to say because of me?
Yeah, that's why I pressed the line on it. That's why I pressed the line on getting the homies on when he was on No Jumper and all that. Like, if you're going to be on No Jumper, we got homies that rap and shit. Put them on the platform, let them be seen, you feel me?
Right, because he was saying, like somebody like Young Threat, that, like, you knew about his music and you thought he deserved an interview and stuff, but he didn't necessarily know about it. But meanwhile, like, you're somebody who's, like, really from that area to the point where you know about all the rappers who are coming up, like, way before they're actually, like, truly popping, right?
Yeah. So I had to press the line on that because I'm like, if you're going to be representing this shit, you got to do it the right way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't forget about the homies when they trying to build and get themselves to the top. You know what I'm saying? Because we already, like, blackballed in the game. Like, a lot of niggas don't want to fuck with us. A lot of niggas be putting salt on us in the game to have other niggas not want to fuck with the Hoovers and all type of shit. You feel me?
Right.
But I'm like, damn, we doing the same thing as everybody else. We all banging.
That's something that I wouldn't have necessarily really thought of, but I heard Milk talking about it and shit, and I'm like, damn, he does have a point, is that if you're going to basically, like, have the theme of your stream or your podcast be some gang-related shit, then obviously you should probably be, like, putting on for the people from that section, but it felt like he didn't really, like, want to go out of his way to do that.
Yeah, because, you know, I guess he feel like it ain't a good look. He don't want to just make it about, you know, gangs, but it don't have to just be about gangs. You just promoting, you know what I'm saying, the niggas from the gang that's trying to rap or, you know, making clothes, doing whatever they trying to do in the game. You feel me? You just helping them get there, and you just got the name. That don't mean that it's a whole gang platform. Like, you know, we just strictly gonna be banging on that motherfucker all day.
But he got all kinds of other gang members too, just not
That's
really.
what I'm saying. Like, you with all type of niggas that bang, you faking like you banging. Like, what's wrong with the niggas that's really banging?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense.
That's crazy.
Like, niggas ain't even trying to come bully or nothing like that. They just trying to be seen, you feel me, so people know what time it is, because niggas be around this motherfucker putting salt on us all day. Man, don't f with the Hoovers, man. Them niggas crazy, man. Y'all don't want to, or you trying to, don't f with them. That's their whole thing. It's been going on for years.
Right, like a random example of it is that at one point Wack was thinking about signing Treyway 6K, and then he decided that he couldn't do it unless he took the 6K out of his name because Wack has connections with 60s, whatever. This is probably before him and Big U fell out. So, like, do you think that's a reasonable decision on Wack's part to not want to?
He should have signed him up.
Right.
Look at the other nigga he was going to sign up from 40s. You feel me? He running around, niggas
X4.
dissing the set all
X4,
day. And you feel me? They doing all type of shit.
But he doesn't have it in his name. So it's like a little different, right?
I mean, he got it in his speech.
He got it on his face.
He got it in his speech too. You feel me? He talking it all day. You feel me?
Right.
That's just like if I was on here dissing they hood all day. You feel me? Like I ain't even no nigga that push around like that because you know it is what it is already. You feel me? Like I ain't gotta make no people no believers. You know what I'm saying? They already know what's up.
But I really fuck with Treyway too. But yeah, like I kind of feel the same way as Wack. It's like that would be a little weird for me to be managing an artist and run around with an artist who got like a very big gang dissed in the name.
I mean, if he was to sign him, it ain't like he got to run around and be like, oh, I got Treyway 6K. You just be like, oh, yeah, I signed Treyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if somebody else want to say the full name, then that's what they going to say. You know what I'm saying? But niggas be playing favoritism in the industry and they be listening and feeling what another nigga going to feel about it instead of just doing their own thing. You feel me? What another nigga going to do because they going to do their thing. You feel me? So that shit is weird. He should have signed the homie. But the homie probably didn't even want to with him anyway, though.
I think this was early on where he might have wanted to sign with Wack, but yeah, he probably wouldn't really give a fuck about it now.
Yeah.
Interesting. But all right, so you got any good stories from like the early days, like in terms of you getting arrested or just any like crazy shit that happened that could kind of give people an idea of what your younger days were like?
Shit, man. Getting arrested, shit. Shit, I been down for a shooting and a carjacking.
At what age?
Well, let me see. I probably was about 16, maybe, something like that. 16, yeah, I was about 16. Went down for some bullshit, a carjacking and a shooting and shit, and they were trying to give me juvenile life on the shit, you feel me? That's one of the shits when I was on the thing with my brother. I'm like, yeah, you bailed me out, you feel me? He bailed me out on some other shit before, but he actually put up 20 bands on that, you feel me? He bailed me out when they first started letting juveniles get bailed out, you feel me? I was up in Sylmore behind the gates, you feel me? So I was fighting the case in there, and he put up 20 bands and he got me up out that motherfucker, but I still had to go do some time though.
Right.
You feel me? So.
And he had money at that time through what?
Working.
Okay. Because he always talks about how he owned a house back in the day.
Yeah, he did. He owned the house. He owned the house in the 50s. We called it a mansion. Me and all my niggas used to hang out right there. You feel me? It was a hot spot. The police pulling up at that motherfucker 24/7. You feel me? Really? Yelling my name on the loudspeaker, telling me to come outside. You feel me? We was over there deep, hanging, packing pistols. You feel me? Running around doing what we doing.
But so your perspective on him was that he was more like a business dude when he was younger and stuff. That he was going to be somebody who was able to make those sort of moves while you were more on the street shit at the time.
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay.
You can say that. But he hung out with us though. You feel me? He hung out with us. You know, he did some shit with us in the streets. You know, he drove us around, all type of shit. You feel me? So he did help out with us because we was kids. You know what I'm saying? He was older. You feel me? So he had cars and shit like that. So you feel me? He helped us out in the streets.
I remember, I forget if it was on camera or not, but one time I was pressing him and I was like, "Tell me the craziest shit you ever did on some street shit," and he was like, "You know, I might have hopped in the car when somebody was going to do a drive-by or something." And I was like, I can't tell if you're like capping right now and it's actually like that's not actually the full story, or maybe
he just
that
didn't
is
want to give you the full story.
I know. I mean, I could see it either way. I was like, we should have this conversation off camera.
Yeah, it's some truth for the details.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is that snitching to say that you were in the car? Nah.
Nah,
it's too
yeah, that
general.
shit over with anyway. They had to go dig. You feel me?
Yeah.